They never found Ryan's body, only his tent, a boot in the mud, a cracked camcorder with its blinking red light still on. No blood, no prints, nothing that explained what happened. He wasn't a thrill-seeker or ghost hunter, just a quiet photographer who liked isolation. The forest where he vanished? Locals call it the Throat. Not on any official map, not mentioned in hiking guides. It's where trees grow too close together, where birds fall silent. They say people go missing there, and sometimes something else comes back instead. What's most disturbing is the footage. It's different every time someone watches it. One time it shows Ryan sleeping. Another, it shows the viewer in real time watching the screen, as if someone or something is recording from inside the footage itself. Ryan had been searching for untouched forest landscapes. He parked off a service road and walked deep into the woods, ignoring warnings etched into rusted signs. Stay out. Don't stray. Don't speak after dark. He scoffed. Superstition always surrounds old forests. But soon he noticed something odd. The birdsong vanished. No insects, no wind, just silence. The deeper he walked, the more the trees leaned inward, not just growing that way, bending on purpose. It felt like walking into a throat. Sunlight vanished, though the sky remained cloudless. The air turned thick, heavy. His GPS stopped updating, and just as his phone died, he saw it. Half buried in a dried creek bed, a muddy, blinking camcorder. It looked ancient, but it was still warm to the touch, and somehow it was still recording. He flipped open the camcorder. The screen was cracked, glitching, but it worked. The battery showed full. Ryan hit play. The footage showed a forest path. Maybe this one? Someone was running, out of breath. The camera jolted violently. A whispered voice. Don't look behind you. The runner turned anyway. Branches cracked. Something huge shifted between trees. The camera turned and showed a tent, a blue one just like his. Inside it, something moved. Ryan paused the clip. It couldn't be his tent, could it? He replayed the moment. A pale hand emerged from the tent flap. Long fingers, too many knuckles? Then static, the camera shook, dropped to the ground. And that voice again. He's not dreaming, he's remembering. Ryan looked up. The trees were closer now. Ryan stayed still for a full minute, unsure if he was imagining things. The woods had gone still again, dead still. No wind, not even distant rustling. The silence pressed on his eardrums. He turned slowly, nothing. But the trees now looked different, slanted toward him like they were leaning to eavesdrop. He laughed nervously, brushing it off. Maybe he was psyching himself out. He checked the next video. The following night, the camera was outside a tent, zoomed in on the zipped entrance. A shape loomed near the tree line. 7 feet tall, skin like bark, its face a gaping hollow. The camcorder mic barely picked up its whisper. He's still awake. Then, a soft, wet, dragging sound. The screen blinked off, and Ryan's tent's zipper twitched. Ryan tried to sleep, but his mind kept echoing that whisper. He's still awake. He kept the camcorder beside him in the tent, set an alarm for 3:10 a.m. When it rang, he checked the screen. A new clip had appeared. He didn't record it. It showed his tent. From just outside, he played it. There he was, inside, asleep, just like now. Except the zipper was slowly lowering. In the frame, a hand crept in, made of wood, slick with sap. He paused it, heart pounding. Was this a prediction, a memory? He couldn't tell anymore. He poked his head outside the tent. Nothing but fog and branches, but the smell had changed, like wet soil and rotting wood, the kind of smell you'd find in something dead. He stayed up till morning. The air never warmed. No sunrise, just a dull gray light that never changed. He decided to hike back, but the path was gone. Not overgrown, gone, replaced by trees that hadn't been there yesterday. He turned in circles, marked bark with his knife. Each time he walked forward, he returned to the same clearing. The same camcorder lay waiting, but now it had a new clip again. It showed him walking in circles from above, as if something watched from the canopy. He stared upward. Nothing. But the trees were too close now. They weren't growing. They were moving, slowly bending toward him. And one of them had a mouth carved in its trunk, still dripping fresh sap. Ryan sat down, exhausted. His breath came in short gasps, but not from running, from something deeper. Panic coiled in his chest. He played the next video. This time the clip showed a man, dirty, terrified, looking into the camera. He was whispering, "If you found this, you're already being watched." The man leaned in. It was Ryan. Same jacket, same scratch on his cheek, same camera in his hand, but the forest behind him wasn't the same. It pulsed. The trees twisted as if breathing. Ryan dropped the camcorder. His own voice came from it. "It doesn't want to kill you. It wants to wear you." And then, in the distance, a faint click, like a record button, as if someone somewhere had just started filming again. Fog rolled in, unnatural and thick like wet cotton. Ryan's eyes burned. He couldn't see more than a few feet ahead. And then, crunching, not animals, not wind, footsteps, deliberate, heavy, too slow to be human, too sure to be lost. He turned the camcorder on and pointed it toward the noise. Nothing, but the screen flickered. Now it showed himself, standing there, camcorder raised in third person. As if someone was behind him, he spun around, nothing. Then the trees opened, revealing a narrow path. It hadn't been there before. On instinct or madness, he followed it. Branches touched his shoulders like fingers. The further he walked, the louder the sound grew. That dragging, wet breath, as if the forest itself was exhaling behind him. The path led to a tree unlike the others, wider, dead, split open down the middle like a cracked rib cage. Inside, a space big enough for a person to step into. Someone had carved symbols into the walls, circles, slashes, eyes, and in the dirt, bones. Not animal, too clean, too human. He stepped closer and saw a skeleton slumped against the inner bark. Clutched in its hand another camcorder. He turned it on. It played instantly. Footage from inside this exact tree. But the forest outside looked different, clean, new, as if it were filming decades ago. Ryan watched himself step inside on the screen. But in real life he hadn't moved yet. On the screen, the tree closed behind him, sealed, and the video stopped. The forest didn't end. It curved, repeated. Every path led back to the same hollow tree. Time itself began to feel thin. The sun never moved. The air didn't change. He checked the camcorder again. Now it showed him standing by the hollow tree, looping the same 6 seconds. Each loop, he looked more weathered, more afraid, until on the 7th loop he looked directly into the lens and mouthed, "Don't come inside." But his hands moved on their own, lifted the camera. He wasn't controlling them anymore. The camcorder played static. Then a clip from days ago. He was hiking, smiling, normal. Then another from tomorrow. Trapped, screaming. His voice echoed out of the speaker. "It's not a forest, it's a mouth." He stepped into the hollow tree. Whether he chose to or not, he didn't know. The bark closed behind him. A tight, droning sound, like bone splintering. Inside, darkness, no light, no air. The camcorder blinked once more, recording. He could hear something breathing all around him. Then a voice not his own. "Thank you for seeing me." The screen lit up. The final frame. Ryan's face, not terrified but hollow. Eyes gone, smile wide and dry. Then it glitched and showed the viewer. Yes, you, watching the story. Right now, from your screen, and in your reflection, if you look closely, something is standing behind you, not moving, just watching, just waiting for you to find your own camcorder and press record.